President Moon Jae-in has urged the leaders of North Korea and the U.S. to meet sooner rather than later to resolve their differences over the Kim regime's denuclearization. The remarks came during his talks at the Oslo Forum on Wednesday. The president, of course, is on a week-long tour of Northern Europe. The South Korean leader also called for the North Korean leader's decision, stressing that it would be best to arrange a meeting between himself and Kim Jong-un before U.S. President Trump's visit to Seoul in 2 weeks' time. Shin Se-min reports from Oslo.
Taking to the stage at the Oslo Forum on Wednesday, President Moon Jae-in said he hopes to meet North Korean leader Kim Jong-un for a fourth time before the end of June.
우리가 만날지 여부 또 만나는 시기를 결정하는 것은 김정은 위원장의 선택이라고 할 수 있겠습니다. 그리고 말씀하신 대로 트럼프 대통령이 6월 말에 방한하게 돼 있는데 가능하다면 그 이전에 김정은 위원장을 만나는 것이 바람직하다고 생각합니다.
President Moon's push for another summit this month is seen as his bid to narrow the gap between the leaders of North Korea and the U.S. before holding another round of high-stakes nuclear talks. His remarks come amid rising anticipation for a much-needed breakthrough after the North Korean leader sent a personal letter to President Trump this week. The South Korean leader said the letter is a proof that numerous channels of dialogue between Pyongyang and Washington remain open. But at the same time, President Moon expressed concern about the prolonged absence of face-to-face talks.
이 대화의 열정이 식을 수도 있다고 생각합니다. 나는 김정은 위원장과 또 트럼프 대통령에게 조속한 만남을 촉구하고 있습니다.
The South Korean leader also introduced his vision of peace for people, promising his utmost efforts to resolve the issues that many Koreans face simply because of the divided peninsula.
만년설이 녹아 대양으로 흘러가듯 서로를 이해하며 반목의 마음을 녹일 때 한반도의 평화도 대양에 다다르게 될 것입니다.
With President Moon Jae-in putting the onus on North Korea's Kim Jong-un to speed up the dialogue momentum, eyes are now on Pyongyang to see whether any moves will be made in the remaining weeks of this month before the G20 summit in Japan and the diplomacy-heavy week that comes with it. Shin Se-min, Arirang News, Oslo.